As students return to in-person learning this year, the Biden administration has outlined a plan to help mitigate the spread of COVID-19. The White House is calling on schools to use funding provided through the American Rescue Plan to improve indoor air quality and ventilation. Here for more analysis is Anisa Heming. She's the director of the Center for Green Schools at the U.S. Green Building Council. It's a nonprofit organization that promotes sustainability in building design, construction, and operation. So nice to have you with us. Explain what kind of resources the federal government has provided to aid in this effort, and what more can still be done. And while we're talking about this, Anisa, I sort of think to myself, there are many schools in places like New York City, in Philadelphia, in Baltimore, that barely have textbooks to provide their students. How are they going to be able to do this?
Yeah, it's a tall order. Well, first of all, the American Rescue Plan funds, the federal COVID relief funds, do provide some money for school districts to use to improve ventilation systems and introduce better filtration to their schools. So there is some funding from the federal government to help schools with this. They have until 2024 to spend that money. And a lot of districts are still figuring out exactly how they're going to invest that money, especially when it comes to facilities projects. So there's a little bit of room for them to invest that funding. However, that funding was intended to cover basically everything that schools needed to recover from the pandemic. So, some are investing heavily in facilities with sort of a long-term view on what can happen in their schools and what should be set up for the future. For air quality, and some really needed to address very immediate needs like, the summer school needs and teacher shortages and things like that. All of that is all in the same bucket of federal funding that was given to schools. So there's a lot of really tough decisions to be made for school districts.
Yeah, definitely. And Vlad talked about the schools that just need books. I was just thinking about the basic infrastructure, that there are schools that are falling apart or don't have air conditioning for. And so as we deal with hotter and hotter temperatures at weird times of the year, they can't teach these kids in these sweltering schools. And I also thought, okay, so you get this money, but you definitely will need some sort of guidance as to how to use the money the best way. Some of these buildings are very old. Retrofitting buildings is probably a lot tougher than it is just build a building green from the bottom up. So what initiatives is the Center for Green Schools working on to help improve air quality in these schools?
Yeah, so you're right about the underinvestment in schools. I mean, the real problem is that school districts are responsible in most parts of the country for the investment in their schools. They don't get a lot of help in most places from the state, and in almost all cases from the federal government. They're really like on their own. So they have to rely on their own tax base for investing in these school facilities. And that's why we have school facilities that are in such terrible conditions around the country. The Center for Green Schools has put out some fact sheets on indoor air quality topics like ventilation, filtration, other like basic strategies like that get into some of the science behind those topics, so that school administrators and facilities directors can make good decisions about what should be done in their schools. It's a bit complex because every building is very different and needs a different strategy. So if you have window units and radiators for temperature control, chances are you don't have a lot of ventilation in your school. And so you're going to have to employ a lot different strategies than a school district that has, say, an older central air conditioning system or something like that. So it requires you to work with an engineer, local engineer, or assess your buildings one by one to figure out what exactly is needed in each building.
I'm just like, as I'm listening to you talk, I'm just thinking, this is the kind of investment that should have been happening all along. Like, it shouldn't have taken the pandemic to like unleash all this money. The school buildings should have been built like this once we had an awareness of this issue and this technology, but instead, they haven't been.
Yeah. I mean, the average age of our school buildings is 49, 50 years old. So a lot of school districts have buildings that are falling apart and they haven't had the funding to invest in repairing them, or they've been growing so much that they've needed to invest their money in building new schools or something like that. There's a lot of reasons why these buildings are in such bad shape, but it's not an excuse. I mean, we've been underinvesting in our school buildings to the tune of about $85 billion a year.
Wow.
Underinvesting in keeping these buildings up in good shape. And that is not getting any better, but it is coming into sort of public consciousness more because of the pandemic. I mean, people are starting to understand that this is a problem around the country in a way that I haven't seen in my career working on this before. So it's heartening in that way, but we do need to be putting more money into these buildings.
Well, Anisa, I'm glad that you are here and we are having this conversation. And, hopefully somebody who signs the checks will be hearing this and it'll help to make a difference. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me.